Hey everybody, Alison Heikkila here, and it is time for another fun live with Doodles Paper Playground. What's happening? Hello, Amber. Ah, my sidekick is here.
Hi.
Rhiannon has come upstairs to join me tonight. Got a couple of cards here. Not that we're doing any of these things, but wanted to have something to show you while we were waiting. Lauren is here. Hello. Hi, Abigail, if you're there too. So we're going to be using my gel press plate tonight. I had just made a video last week, I guess, on using one stencil and getting 3 prints super easily. And I thought that it would be fun to show you guys how to do it over here in case you didn't see the video, and then we're going to try some different inks. Lauren, for example, was asking me, hey Wendy, how are you? She had asked if the technique works with other inks as opposed to just the Kaleidocolors that I use. So I pulled some Distress inks, I pulled some All-to-New Crisp inks, so then this way we can make a bunch of them. We're not going to make, you know, a ton of shakers tonight, but we'll make a bunch of quick backgrounds, and then we'll pick a couple and make some shakers, some infinity shakers, and maybe not complete a card. Like for example, this is an infinity shaker here. This hasn't been posted on my blog yet, but it's coming up soon. Tomorrow, actually. It's going up tomorrow. So we might not like stick it on a card base and put a little doodad on it or whatever, but you can at least get the idea of how to do the gel printed backgrounds. This was done with toner sheets from Thermoweb. So it's craft cardstock, and they come with these dots pre-printed in black in toner ink, what you get from, you know, a toner printer. And then you put your foil on top and you run it through your laminator, and then you get this finished result. So, which is super easy, it's super cool, and it's great for a shaker. So that's an infinity shaker, which is what we're going to do, but the background situation is totally different. This was up on my blog recently. This was really fun. This foiled paper is fab. It's from Michaels. It's the Recollections brand. And then these pattern papers. This one, I think it's from DCWV, and this one is definitely from Stamp Anything. This stencil that I used in the background is from A Colorful Life Designs. And then of course the star of the show is the Deck Those Halls Sparkle Blend, which is a holiday blend, but I said nope, not using it for holiday. Gonna use it for an everyday hello card. And my little bee, she's from Stamp Anything too. This is from Stampendous. Love the chunky bees. You guys know I'm obsessed with bees and hexagons, so I love this card. But let me show you what's in my basket. We have a few folks here. I know a couple of people are going to be joining us late because they have some family stuff going on. Rhiannon, can you grab my 2 acrylic candles that are over there, please? The flat ones. They're right here. Look, right there. I just don't want to reach across you. Thank you, darling. Okay. So first of all, we have our, oh, that's a glare, and the dogs are going to start with the barking because there's probably a dog going by. Okay, so we have a 6x6 gel press plate. Mine is yellowed because I have used alcohol inks on it, and the yellow tends to dye it. It doesn't affect its use at all. It just changes the color. So I'm putting it on. This is called an acrylic handle. It's just like a block, except super skinny. This is from Stampendous. And I like to use this because I have the ability to move it. Normally, if I wasn't going live and having a couple of blocks out, I would probably just stick it to my glass mat. But again, I like the ability to move this. If I was working with acrylic paint, I would probably keep it on here because then I can work on multiple plates at once and move them around like on and off of my desk. It just makes things a little bit easier. So if you have, you know, an acrylic block or a piece of like plexiglass or something that you can use, it's nice to be able to move your plates around as you're working with them. Then I have a little guy. I don't really know if we're going to work with this one. This is a 3x5. but I figured let's just have it out anyway, just in case. So that's on that one. And again, you know, you can see I can just move them as I need to.
You probably will work on both because you're waiting for one to dry.
Well, I'm just using dye inks today. I'm not using paint. So there really isn't any dry time.
Whatever. We'll probably use both anyway.
Okay. I've got some really strong red line tape. That's the size you have. Which one? The 3x5? This is a great size to work with. I use this one a lot. This is probably, I would say this is my most used, the 6x6, and then this is the second most used. They're just really great to have. Okay, so now we've got inks, and I have inks galore. Yeah, the 3x5. So these are Kaleidacolor ink pads. If you visit my blog ever, you will have probably seen me talk about these. I love these, and I don't know why more people don't use them, honestly, because you get so many colors in one set of ink pads. They click together. If you want them to, they don't have to. You can keep them separate like this. I like to smush these on my craft mat and then watercolor with them. Of course, tonight we're going to be using them on the gel press plate. You can ink up, like if you have a 6x6 stamp, you can ink them all up at once. What just fell?
Oh, it was a box.
A box. Okay. But you can do a ton of stuff with these. So if you have them, break them out and use them. I feel like I'm the only one that uses these. Hey, Marty, how are you? They are great. So I think I have like 15 of them. You can get them uncolored too, so that you can add your own ink colors, like you can make your own mix. So we'll use at least one of these tonight. I wanted to just show you like the range, and they're true to what's on the label too. Look at how pretty these are. They're so vibrant. This is Calypso, so that's this one here. You can see that they're really true. These are from Imagine or Tsukaneko. Same company. Imagine is the US-based version of Tsukaneko. Then I grabbed some distress inks because why not? Of course, I have most of the colors, but I thought that these would look kind of cool together. Then I have some Altenew Crisp dye inks. I pulled a few of these that I thought would work nicely together, just so that I can show you that we can use different inks and get similar or the same results. Then I have a bottle of water, and I have Ink Potion number 9. You don't have to have Ink Potion number 9. I like this. It's also from Imagine / Tsukaneko. Let me show you what it says here. So first of all, it resists paper curling. We're going to be using copy paper. It's a good brand of copy paper, but it's copy paper nonetheless, so it will still probably curl a bit. But it helps to move the inks around more than water does. It helps them blend better. You can spray it on your stamp pads if you want to. Not stamp pads, your stamps once you've inked them up if you want to have more of a watercolor look. It's fun stuff to play with. I love using it. So we can break that out too. I have a brayer. This is my little Tim Holtz brayer. I don't ever use this for my paints. I have big guys for that. I keep this just for my inks. And when I say inks, I mean like stamping inks. It could be oxides too. But I don't use it for my acrylic paints. I've got some plastic that is just from stamp sets that I had gotten. So we're going to use that as our plastic. And then I have a bunch of stencils. All in Create. This is a cool mask. I thought we'd try this. I have this one from Stamp Anything. This is from A Colorful Life Designs. I think this one is really cool. This is from Brutus Monroe. And then this is also from A Colorful Life Designs. When I'm doing the technique that we're doing tonight with the gel plate, I tend to like to have something that has a bit more negative space, right? So where the white of the stencil is showing. So this one has a bit, it's a little bit less than I typically use, but it should work out. So we're going to experiment with those. And then I just have a couple of dies in case we get to making a final card. But again, it's more about making the infinity shaker than making a completed card. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now let us begin. Rhiannon, which Kaleidacolor that I pulled out would you like us to use first? Let's move this guy out of the way for now. Marty said you're pulling lots of great stuff. I did. I have a lot of cool stuff tonight, right? Shell is here. Hi, Shell. How are you? Calypso. Rhiannon wants to use Calypso first, so we'll start with that. I love these bright colors. Okay. Got this here. And now, like I said, I just have copy paper. This is a decent brand of copy paper. Let me grab it. Hold on. It's from Staples. It's called Navigator. And this is the platinum. And then, let me see if I can do this without hitting my rig. It's a 28 pound. The GE is 99. The ISO is 112. The CIE is 169. No, I don't know what any of that means. But I will tell you that I made sure that I got one that had the brightest white possible. My husband and I were looking at a bunch of them, and I wanted something that was super white because I knew that I was going to be using it for my gel press. So I didn't want it to have like a cream cast or a gray cast. So that's what we're doing here.
Don't you hate when it says white and it's not really white?
I do hate when it says white and it's not white. So we're going to start with this one. I love this one. This is called Circus Harlequin. It's right here. Circus Harlequin. And again, this is from A Colorful Life Designs. Guys, this is so easy. You're going to be like, I can't believe that this is all she's doing tonight. But it's going to look amazing. So with the Kaleidacolors, you've got this little tab here for your finger so that you can click these open and shut, right? So obviously, if I were to put that part on here, it's just going to get in the way because it's raised up, right, in line with the ink pad. So instead of having it there, we're going to just have it hang off the edge. And I don't even need to click this together. Let me show you what I'm doing since I have it on a handle. See how I'm having it hang off the edge there? Can you see that? So I'm just going to apply my inks down the gel press plate like so. And that little tab for your finger is not going to get in my way because it's hanging off the edge. So now I'm just overlapping. Can you see that green and the teal there? I'm just going to overlap the green and go down the rest. Now, you're going to say, Al, there's not a whole lot of ink on there. Trust me when I tell you there's a ton of ink on here. A ton. Okay, so now I'm going to take my little brayer and I'm just going to roll it along a little bit. Not too much. I'll roll it over here because these are the same sort of colors there. And then I have a roll-off print that we're going to wind up making. Look at this already. Seriously, so pretty. Love those colors. Okay, roll this off. You can make such nice backgrounds with just your roll-off. Okay, now I'm going to take my stencil. I'm going to place it down. And this is one of the reasons I like using the 6x6 because it just fills the whole thing.
Perfectly.
Yep, it fits perfectly. Okay, so now I'm taking a piece of paper and I am going to just rub this on here. I already have ink all over my fingers. Tara's here. Hello. How was your daughter's concert? Was it wonderful? Okay, print number 1. Check that out. So you can leave this as is, crop it down, throw it, you know, as a background. You can add more color to this if you want to, like take your brayer, take a pale color and just roll right over it. There's a ton of things to do, but this is our first print already. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off. Look at that. This is going to be our third print, but we're going to wait on this. Now I'm going to take another piece of paper and I'm going to pull the print that's on the gel plate. Don't touch it, Ree, because we're going to use that.
It up so that you can put that on.
Oh, thank you. Okay, ready? Print number 2. Seriously. I mean, these colors, right? Aren't they gorgeous? Okay. Now I'm going to move this out of the way for a sec. Grab another piece of paper. Now you can overlap them and not use as much paper as I'm using, but I just want to give you a good, clean representation of what we're doing. So now I'm going to take this stencil. I did not spray anything before putting the stencil down. Nope. I'm going to use the spray on this now. You know what? Let's start with the ink potion number 9. I'm going to spray ink potion number 9 on here because that is going to help the colors sort of bleed together a bit. See how they're starting to run together? You can do this with water too, but I find that the ink potion number 9 helps do it a little bit more. And now I am going to, you know what, I'm going to just put this right down on here. Just like that. And now, whoops. Tell Pam that we're live right now.
Okay.
Shell said hi to you.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Hi.
Guys, Riri, look at this one.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that? And there's still ink on here. So let me go like this. And I'm going to try not to get it on the first print. My sister is messaging me right now. She doesn't know that I'm live. That's okay. We can do more with this. Let's just pick up this ink so that we're not wasting it, right? It doesn't need to be perfect. A lot of times, just layering makes a cool background in and of itself, right? Look at that. That's a good start. So I would cut this off and just layer like other inks and paints and things like that on top. But so here, can you spray this with water and then just stick it in here to dry it off? Just do it over there so that we're not, I know I have so much stuff over there. Just don't do it on my computer. So let's go back through these. So this was print 1. This is print 2. No, this is print 2, sorry. And then this is print 3. Pretty rad, right? Okay, let's not waste this space. And let's use our little guy. Because why not? I pulled it out. Let's use it.
It's right here.
No, I'm not. Thank you. Okay. So now, let us get a different Kaleidacolor. Let's do Tahiti. And this time I'm going to click them together because I have less space on here. And I'm just going to go right down. Sorry, that's bouncing my camera. Sorry. Holding the camera in place. What's cool is that you can't close this if they're clicked together. They have to be unclicked to close it completely, so you won't forget. You don't want to leave them clicked because they will bleed together a little too much. Okay, so now I'm going to do my first print just on here again so we can compare firsts. Print number 1. Very cool. Okay, peeling this off. We have this that we're going to use in a minute. Let's get print number 2.
I will take this. That was 3.
Yeah, but I don't have room on here.
Yes, you do.
All right, we'll just overlap it like this. This is another good thing about using a block or a handle. You can place your gel press wherever you want. So if I wanted to layer on top of this, I could. Print number 2. Loving that. Let's do print number 3. Again, we're going to just spray this with some ink potion number 9. The next one that I do, I'll use water so that you can see that it'll still work. And then I'm going to lay this down. And we'll just do it here. And if you want to, you can use your brayer. I didn't even use the brayer on this one, right?
No, you didn't.
I didn't, but it's okay because we had it clicked together, so you didn't really need to. A little bit more contact, I think. Again, a good start. I think that I'd probably do more to it, but I like it. I think it's cool so far. This one is just making me crazy. I love that. Okay, should we do another one?
Yep.
Here. Let us do let's grab the 6x6 again. I'm moving some of these prints out of the way. This is the only downfall, is that once you start doing these prints, you wind up with like a million of them really quickly, and you have no place to put them. Let's do it with the Distress inks, because I know that so many of us have them. We're going to start with Saltwater Taffy. And I'm just going to pop this on here like so. I might need another color, because this is a big space to do just 3 colors. Oh, sorry, this was Abandoned Coral. Oh, Riri.
Sorry, I did not mean to do that.
And now I'm going to go in with Prize Ribbon. And I think I'm going to need another color. Let's see. Let's get Villainous Potion. Okay, so that's Villainous Potion. Okay. And now this time I'm going to roll it out a little bit. Just a little. Okay. Now I'm going to take another stencil. Let's do this one. This is called, whoops. This is called Fresh Lace. And it's from A Colorful Life Designs. Okay. Paper. We're going to pull up the empty areas first. So the ones that are exposed. Any questions so far about what we're doing here? We'll get to making some shakers in a couple minutes. So this is okay. There's a lot of space still left, but that's all right. I think that we can still add to it. I'm going to pull this up. This is where I was saying, like, sometimes I like to have more open areas, and I could potentially lay this back down and pull up more, but that's okay. I just want to give you the idea that you can use different inks. It doesn't have to be Kaleidocolor. It can be whatever you want. I will tell you that I have not, now I'm using water. This is just water. I have not had a lot of success with, why did I spray that? I shouldn't have sprayed the gel plate. I'm so busy talking. That's all right. Let's see what we get. I should have sprayed the stencil. Whatever. It'll just be a design that's bleeding a little bit. Nope, it's totally bled. The design is gone. That's okay. We can still work with it. Yeah, I shouldn't have sprayed that.
I kind of like it, though.
You guys know I always make mistakes. It's okay. The colors are really nice, though, together.
Yeah.
We can then take this stencil. All right, this is what we're going to do. Move this out of the way. Take that. Thank you. Now I'm going to spray this with water. And we're going to lay it right on top.
But the opposite way, right?
But the opposite way. Okay. So now we're going to take this. Okay, good. I'm going to take my paper towel and just kind of smush it. Let's see what we wind up with this time. Now you see the paper is curling more than it was before with the ink potion number 9. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh!
Nice.
That's fun. You see how I flipped the colors? I like that. That's pretty. This area right here, this would make a really great card. I'm loving that. Okay, one more. Because I want to do it with the Altenew inks. So I'm going to take this back. Thank you. Okay, so now we have Riri. You want to pick out the other stencil? Here, I have stencils right here. Maybe the mask, now that I think about it. Should we do that one?
Sure.
You want to pull it out for me? Okay, so I'm going to start off with, yeah, that was a good save, right? I'm going to start with Maple Yellow. Let's make sure that this is clean. Okay, Just going to put this on here. I like using mini ink cubes on this because it's just, you don't have the big clunky pads getting in your way. Rhiannon, what's that one called? It's on the side, the stencil.
This one?
This, here.
This.
This is called Bamboo.
Is it this?
So this stencil that we're going to use is Fiori. And this is more of a mask because it doesn't have a border around it. Oh, Sherry. I'm new here. I could only watch a bit, so I will catch a replay. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Sherry, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope that you like what we're doing. This is Grassfield. I'm going to do this one next. And then I'm going to do Shadow Creek. I think we're going to need one more because, again, it's a big space. So I have Hunter Green, and we'll add that to the end. So it's going to be mostly green, which is all right. Okay, so now I'm going to take the mask. You can see that it's well loved. I'm going to lay this on here. I'm going to grab a piece of paper. You guys get the idea now, right? Rub, rub, rub. And again, I didn't use my brayer, but that's all right. We don't need to use the brayer all the time. Now, one thing that I should have done before is just kind of do a peek to see how things are lifting. So, as you can see right here, this is open, all right? So if we really want to, we can get in here and like push those areas down. See that? See how now it's got those spaces? So if we want to really get crazy, just use your finger and kind of massage it in. I mean, that's the easiest way to explain it. And just kind of rub, rub, rub. And then you'll get all of those details. Like on the fresh lace stencil that we didn't really get before, you can get it if you just take a minute and kind of rub that in. So let's see how this is looking. That's good. I think that's nice. Check that out. Very pretty. Okay. Now we're going to lift this up.
These two perfectly.
I know. It did. It got that right along the edge there. Or the center.
Yep.
Now I'm going to lift this one. I'm not spraying it this time because that's not the effect that we want. What's nice about the inks too is that you have plenty of time, like open time to play. I like how this is sort of missing this area. It's sort of distressed. You can cut this into thirds if you want to. We can do all sorts of stuff. So now I'm going to move my plate again. I'm going to spray this guy with some water. Now, if you're doing the spraying of the stencil, you do want to make sure that you're working with an ink that's water reactive. So I had tried doing some of this with my VersaFine Clairs, which are also from Imagine. And it was not good because they're not water reactive. So you do want to make sure that you're doing it with an ink that will move with water. That's why the oxides kind of work, and that's what I was saying before. I knew I was saying something before. I have not had a ton of success with the oxides. I just haven't. Look how cool that looks together. Right? We can just cut this area here. It lined up really nicely, right? So there you go. We've got a bunch of prints that we just made.
Where did I put the other ones?
I don't know. We don't even need them right now. It's okay. We're not going to make any more prints. We're going to make some shakers now. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way. We don't need that anymore. So talk to me, friends. Which would you like to see me turn into a shaker? I'm going to say not this one because it definitely needs more work. We have this one here. Then we have all the Calypso ones. We have a lot to choose from, you guys.
Like this one. And that one.
Rhiannon likes these two. Not this one? See, I thought you were going to say that one.
Yes, but the other two look more complete to me.
Okay. What do you guys think? Calypso, fresh lace, or the Tre Fiori? And then we'll break it down from there. Oh, and we have the knot one, too. This sort of funky knot one. You like the far right, but I missed it. Wendy says the Calypso. I say Calypso as well, and if we have time, we can totally go back in and do another one. Marcy says Calypso. Hey, Marcy, how are you? I didn't see you come in. All right, let's do Calypso. I'm going to move these. Now, Rhiannon says that she thinks we should do this one, so I'm going to go with that one. We'll do this one another time. Marty also says Calypso. Okay, Calypso it is. All right, I got to move some stuff out of my way, you guys, because I have run out of room. Run out of room. Okay. Now, we are going to cut this down. Get out my paper cutter.
Where are the also new inks?
I just put them away.
Oh, okay.
I'm just getting rid of the sprays. I no longer need them. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this down. Now, while we are getting this set up, what sparkle blend should I use? That's going to be the question of the hour. Which blend should I use with this? Let me know in the comments.
I will pull them out as you want to see them.
Yes, Rhiannon will get them for us. So I'm cutting that to 4. I'm going to trim off this edge here so we have no white. Although actually, I'm going to want that yellow to show, so we'll go from the other end too. I'm sorry that this is sort of out of frame. Okay, so I'm cutting this down to 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. That is a very nice background. It's right there.
Ah.
Thank you.
Yep. Trying to clean up a little.
I appreciate that. Okay, so we've got our background. Grandma's knit sweater. I don't know if there's any left of that. I can't remember. I think that this is going to look better as a horizontal card. We can do it this way, but I think it looks better this way. Let me get my plastic. Okay. Oh, this is a die. Sorry, I grabbed that by mistake. So, first of all, normally, if I'm just making print and I'm using copy paper like this, I will just attach this to my card base and it's fine. Something with iridescent. There is never a bad time for iridescence, Lauren. I completely agree. Grandma's knit sweater is sold out. Okay, so something else. So because we're making a shaker, this is way too flimsy to make a shaker with. So I always put heavy cardstock on the back. So we're going to do that first because that's just a nothing part of the process. But it's very important because we want our shaker to be able to be shook and not destroyed, right? Okay. Any other suggestions for sparkle blends? Rhiannon, you might need to take a peek at them. Okay. And I'm just putting this on here like so. If it's a little crooked, it's not a big deal. We can trim off the excess. It'll still be a fine shaker. Okay. And that was just barely art glue. Okay, so now we are going to get to making the infinity shaker. Lauren says, I'm watching on my phone, so I don't want to switch over to the Etsy app. I understand that completely. No worries there. All right, so I have a piece of packaging that I've already cut. And this is going to fit just fine. I am going to trim some of this excess off because we don't need all of this. Just like that. So this is going to be a nice flat shaker. Can I have the red line tape, please?
You have it.
Where? Oh, it's here. Riri's looking too. No big deal. She's going through all of the cases. Okay, so now we are going to just add some of this tape. Let me move the plastic for now. I'm just going to go around the perimeter here. She's thinking, guys. She's got some ideas. She's pulling out sparkle blends. We can always combine a couple also.
Yeah. Look.
Hold on.
For this one, you just pull out the hearts.
Oh, I think that's a good choice. Which one is that?
There's also this one because of the darker colors.
Okay, so Rhiannon has Be Mine and Jewel Tone Sky. I think I like Be Mine better. We could even throw in some yellow from like Lemonade. Right? Or the Bee Blend or something. What do you think? I think that we're going to go with Be Mine and then we'll just pull out the hearts.
Do you want me to find another blend with a few darker colors?
No, I think this is perfect.
Should I grab some yellows?
Yes, please. Lauren says the sunset one. Do you know where the sunset one is? Marcy says yes. Amber says looks good. Okay, let's build this shaker. Can we, is there a different yellow? Because I'm obsessed with the bee one. She brought me the beautiful mix.
It was just the one that was in here.
Yeah,
so.
No, I know, because that's the new one. Maybe one of the other yellows, because I use that one a lot. And I kind of want to keep it intact. Okay, next we're going to, I hope you guys can see the plastic. We're going to start by peeling off 3 of the backer sheet papers to the tape and leaving the top open. Top, bottom, side, it doesn't really matter. You just want to leave one side open. Okay, and now we're going to fold this up.
Orange in it if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't at the moment, honey. I'm just going to fold this up. Now, you don't want to fold it too tight. You see how this is starting to pop up? This little bit is okay, but you don't want to start curling the card over too much because then it's just going to be warped. And then we're folding this side over. And it's okay that there's some tape exposed. We have to adhere it to our card base anyway, so no big deal. And then you've got these little bits hanging here. See that? We're going to cut those off. Winter Sunrise. Yeah. I know, I pull them too tight sometimes as well, Marcy. Okay. Rhiannon grabbed a couple of things. She was looking in the box. All right, so now we have this. Ta-da! We have a little pouch.
Winter Sunrise.
Let me pull this out. Okay, so this is Be Mine. So in this blend, let me just grab my pokey tool. I really like this one because it's got an unusual color combination. You have these lovely shades of lavender. There's orange and peach tones. There's different shades of turquoise. There are these cute little clay hearts, some caviar beads. We're going to omit the beads of all kinds out of this just because it's a flat shaker. Lauren loves this one. She says it's perfect. Phoenix is here to say goodnight. One moment, everybody. I have to say goodnight. Good night. I love you. Sweet dreams. Okay. She's pulled out Winter Sunset now, which also could work if we wanted to add some darker tones to it. Let's get going with this first. First, I'm going to remove the hearts and the beads. I think it's just easier if I just grab them. Let's see. We're just gonna throw some of these in here. Of course, I grabbed a bead and I didn't realize. It just rolls right out, so that's okay. And it's rolling away. And there's a heart in there. That's okay. We can leave a heart in there. This heart is fine because it's just clay. It doesn't have any words on it. What do we got here? Are there any beads here? There's one bead. I'm going to dump this whole thing in. Oops. Just like so. See how fun that is already? Lauren says, I like the way you're going more. Yeah, this is going to work, but I can throw in some of the blues from the Winter Sunset one because that one would work too. Another heart. Okay, so let's see. Let's grab a couple of these because they also work. I don't really want to put the blacks in there. See how we're building this up into something that totally works? And now we need some yellows. This is Hey Chickie. Is Hey Chickie gone?
It was in there.
It was, yeah, I know, but I might have forgotten to pull it out. Just to get some yellows.
I figured that is yellow and orange.
Yep. Fab. More from here. I'm liking this, guys.
It needs more blues and purple.
I'm doing that. I'm doing it. Look,
yeah,
see? I'm also dropping them everywhere. Is that enough? A little more?
I think some more, like, purple.
Some more, I don't, okay. Got a little purple here. Some shards. Okay.
Maybe a couple more blue.
She just wants me to keep adding, you guys.
Well,
I want to make another one.
That is.
Yeah, I got. Okay, I think we're good. So now we have 3 blends in here. We have Hey Chickie, Winter Sunrise, and Be Mine. So now we're taking the top and we're going to fold that over. Make sure you have a nice seal on there. Thanks, Marcy. She said it looks good. Cutting those little excess pieces off. And now, ta-da! We have this fab shaker. And all you really need to do is throw a sentiment on here and then pop it on a card base. Right? This is a nice combo. Yeah. Should we make another one? Okay. Should we make another one, or do you want me to finish this card? Let me know in the comments. Finish this card or make another shaker. I'm happy to do either. Lauren says yes. Okay, Rhiannon, you can take these because you know where they were. I'm just going to throw out some of the garbage as I'm waiting for answers to come. What else we got? Anybody? Wendy says I second that. How late do you want to hang out?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I can do both, but... Okay, let's finish this card really quick because I already know what we can do. I'm just trying to get a card base here. Let's do that. Let's start with that. And then if you want me to make another shaker, I'm happy to do it. It's only 5:45 for you, Lauren. Okay, so I'm going to just cut this down. And I'm scoring it. I'm going to score this one too, just because. Okay.
I never score them because then it comes out slightly off and I have to get it exactly perfect.
What do you mean you never score them?
Whenever I score them, it comes out slightly off.
You just have to go past the dotted line a little bit. That's what I have found works the best. Okay. All right, so now I need Calypso again. Sorry, Riri. Okay, so now we're going to finish this card super easily. Check this out, guys. So we have our Calypso inks again. Okay, and we have our Brayer again. Oh, it's going to look so nice. So now, because there's not a whole lot of yellow on this, I'm going to start with the yellow. And I'm just going to add a bit of yellow here and there. And then I'm going to use this to wipe it off, because that print didn't feel finished anyway. And we could spray this with the ink potion number 9 or with the water if we want to, but I don't really feel like it's necessary. And I'm definitely putting way more ink than we need because we only really need like 1/4 of an inch, but whatevs. It's all good. Just blending these together. There we go. Okay. Closing this up. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay, so now, Rihanna, can you grab the big die set from Pink Fresh that's right there, please? Thank you. Just hold it. Okay. Got a little bit more tape over here, I think. You can use the red line tape if you want to for this, but it's just faster to do it this way for now. Okay, we're going to pop this on here. Nope, I'm going to flip this because I want the yellow to really stand out on that side. Check that out. Isn't that fun? Okay, so now I have these awesome stencils from Pink Fresh. I love this set. I'm using it a ton. Let's do this Celebrate. Nah, maybe Best Wishes. This is the only thing. It comes with a magnetic sheet, but it's a really weak one, so they all just fall anyway. This says Best Wishes. I think that's good. This says Best Wishes. Good. Yeah, let's go with that. Cardstock. Actually, we don't need cardstock. You know why? We have ink. I'm going to just use some scrap from somewhere. We got some scrap here. Let's go with the yellow again.
I like how you got some of the red.
Yeah, me too.
If it's accidental.
Mm-hmm. It's because it bled a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be for our shadow. You want to run that through for me? Thank you. Yep. And then, let's wipe this off. We're going to do, let's do the purple. Okay, that's good. Oops. Now she's going to die cut the Best Wishes with that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Look at how nice this looks. That's our shadow layer.
Just a little.
Yes, sorry.
That's fine.
I forgot you were using the little guy. It doesn't fit in the mini die cutting machine that I have, so I just had to trim it for her. Okay, well, she's die cutting that. Now we have another thing to concern ourselves with, which is what sparkle blends are we going to use with this one? We're going to do the fresh lace print. So what are we going to do with that? So think about it. Let me know in the comments. I think that, what is it? Let's see. Where is that one? What's that new one? the funfetti cake batter would look good. I think that Neapolitan would look good with this. What do you guys think? Woo, this is a teeny one. Okay. See that? And we now have perfectly coordinated our sentiment with the rest of our card because we use the same ink. Super easy. I'm just kind of getting this little piece out. Where's the dot of the eye? Do you know?
It might be. Yeah.
It's gone.
I don't know.
It's gone. That's okay. We can use something else. No problem.
Or you can just like make a dot. Something.
No, I got pieces here that I can use. It's okay. We just can't throw them out yet. Okay, so let's glue this down. I'm going to zoom in. Okay. Just going to glue this with my Barely Arts glue. And if you have double-sided sheets of adhesive, you can totally just adhere it to your cardstock first, and then you basically turned it into a sticker. But this works for me. Okay, we have our best. Let me get a block to hold that down. And then we're going to do our wishes. I have a lot of ink on my desk. I need to clean it. Okay.
Your finger.
What? It's all red.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of odd.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It looks like you hit it with the block.
It does.
Too hard.
It does.
And it's like bleeding weird.
Okay, so I have a center of one of the letters, but that works for our dot. There we go. And now we are going to just glue this. Yeah, why couldn't it have been like the teal that got on my finger,
Yeah.
right?
It really looks like you slammed your finger with a
I
block.
didn't slam my finger. Let me see if I can clean it off.
Here's the...
No, this is fine.
Okay.
That's a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit. I gotta clean this up because we have ink everywhere. Okay. Zooming out. This can go in here. All right. I see no comment on what the next sparkle blend should be. Do you still want me to make another shaker? I'm happy to do it. How fun is this? Made in no time, right? I mean, think about all the things that we did, and we didn't have to do most of those to just get this card made, right? This is like super fast. So fun. And that's it, you're done. You don't have to do anything else to it because there's plenty happening. Okay, we got scraps galore. Okay, next. Close up the glue. And now we need to cut down this next print that we have. I'm going to move this off to the side. You do need to play with your gel press. It's so much fun. I'm telling you, I have the best time with it. If you go on Instagram and look up Bridget Koopsen, I believe is her name. Koopsen, I believe. She does a gel printing challenge in May. I did it last year. I didn't do it this year only because I was doing the My EDS challenge and I didn't want to have two challenges going at the same time. But if you watch her like little Instagram videos, oh my gosh, the things that she makes with her gel press, so simple, but they're so awesome. I'm telling you, you gotta watch. She's really good. She's really good. Okay, so now we have this. And I like this area here best. So let's turn this. Let's keep it here. We're gonna go like this and cut this at 4. And then I'm gonna cut this at 5 1/4. I want to trim this line off. I know, it's probably not important, but oh, Rhiannon has already picked out sparkle blends for me. Thank you, darling.
Yep.
Trimming to 5 1/4. Okay. That's a nice looking print right here. Yeah, it dried really nicely, right? This was with the Distress inks. So you guys know these are super water reactive. So it dried back really, really well. So now the first thing I want to do is I want to add it to a piece of cardstock so that it'll be nice and sturdy. Okay. Let's get these scraps out of here. Rhiannon, can I give this to you to throw out? Thank you. Okay. My desk is covered in stuff. All right. Closing the glue so that it doesn't clog. We have Ice Storm, which is the one that Tara's going to pick. We have Bubblegum Blizzard, which looks really nice with this too. And then we have Hello Frosty. I think we're going to not do Hello Frosty only because I don't want to pick out all of the snowmen because there are a lot of snowmen in here.
Yeah, there's just a couple of the brighter shades, so I figured maybe.
Lauren said, ooh, ooh. I know, right? So what do we think, guys? So I'm going to give this one back to you because picking out the... Tara said Ice Storm and Bubblegum Blizzard. Use them together? We can use them together. All right. I need a piece of acetate. Again, this is just packaging. So this one I'm going to cut now so that you can see that this is really what I'm using. Ooh, this one has a hole. Make sure that when you do this, you're not using ones that have holes in them. Let's use a different one. Does this one have a hole? No, it does not. Okay. I can still use that for a smaller one, so that's no problem. Cutting the top off, opening this up, making sure it doesn't look terrible. Looks good to me. I trim this down, and then we need to just cut it in half. Separate it, really. Sometimes they just start to tear. Sometimes they don't. This is one of those don't times. Once you get it on the seam, it tears nicely. Okay. Now, if you happen to have some packaging that's the right size for your shaker, you don't need to cut it apart. That just makes it easier for you, but I need to cut this down, so. Alrighty. Yeah, it is going to be perfect, I agree. Okay, so now we have this. I'm not even going to trim this. I'm going to just leave it as is. We have our red line tape. Again, I feel like this is buckling a little bit, but that's all right. Oh, I have a fairy here. I don't know where she came from, but there she is. I'm telling you, I have so much stuff on my desk right now. I don't even know what's going on. Okay, so once again, we are going to just add our tape to the perimeter. One of your favorite combos? Oh, really? I don't think that I've combine these together before. You know that I hoard my clear blends. I do. I have a tendency to hoard them. Yours is also a mess, Tara says. I got that new glass mat and it's huge. Yeah, do you love it? Did you get it with the magnetic backing to it? I forget. That's really cool.
New glass mat?
Yeah, she got it. It's not a Tim Holtz mat. It's from another company. And you can get it where the entire back is magnetic. And then it comes in colors too. Like if you don't want black, you can get white. There's like an aqua one.
I couldn't do white.
I could do white.
I couldn't.
I could do white.
But the glare.
Yes, that is the biggest problem. But there's a glare with the black too.
I feel like the black's better.
I just took it off of all four sides, guys. That's okay. We're going to go like this. Not a big deal. All right, so now we're going to lay this down right in the center, folding this side up, not too tight. Where does the magnetic one come from? Tara, you'll have to answer that question because I can't remember the name of the company. You're so with the white. You had to change. Yeah, I remember that you had to change your lighting. Okay, so now we have three sides folded, not too tight. Okay, and we have to just cut these little bits off. Like so. Get rid of this excess. Glassboard Studios, yes. They look like they're really, really nice mats. Okay. Let's take a look at Ice Storm. Oh, it's so glorious. Look at it. I am not even going to try to take out the snowflakes, I don't think.
Take out the bubbles, though.
Well, yeah, the bubbles will come out because they're too fat for this. If we were doing a shaker that had foam, then it would be fine. But in this case, they'll be a little too big. These little guys can stay. There's teeny tiny ones. Can you see that? Isn't this beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love this blend. So pretty. Okay, so let's get some of these in here. You know I'm going to be stingy though, because that's what I am with these. That's right, they're flowers instead of snowflakes. Yes, I love that. Okay. Whoops. Wrong side. Okay, so now let's get... Where's my triangle tray? Do we know? I had it before. Here it is. The triangle tray is available from the Doodles Paper Playground shop. My skull tray I got from Twiddler's Nook, which is also on Etsy. This happens to have the same exact snowflakes in it. I think that this actually makes a fine winter card. We can use this for the holidays or just like a winter birthday or something like that. Look at how pretty those soft colors are together. And those snowflakes are gorgeous. Okay, so let's get some of these in here.
It isn't flowers, it's snowflakes.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're not snowflakes. Maybe they're not flowers, they're snowflakes this time. I don't know. It's okay. Oh, I just spilled them because I was shaking it too much. That's okay. A little bit more. How do we feel about that? I think that's good. We don't want to hide the background completely. Okay. Putting this away because we all know that I'm going to spill it everywhere. Okay. Now we're going to peel off the top. Again. Hold it down.
Should I cover these up and put them away? Or wait?
No, I would wait. I would wait. Thanks, kid. Okay. Look at how pretty this is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the delicate floral pattern could definitely pass as snowflakes. This is so pretty. Thanks, Lauren. She said it's beautiful. Tara said, I got the 24 by 36. It's huge and heavy, but worth it. Yeah. That's definitely big. This is not what I need. Where's that card base that I made? What did I do with it? Do you know? Here it is. Okay. So, we definitely need to add some color to this. I need my sandpaper first. So, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but sometimes when I cut, I get like these bumpy edges. So I just have a piece of sandpaper, and I just sand it right off. Just like that, and it's all better. See? Thanks, Marcy. Okay, so we need to add some color to this. I'm thinking, even though it's not in the background, it'll work really nicely with the blend. This is Versa Magic Sea Breeze. I love this ink because it's chalky. Such a pretty color. Let's do this. And then Rhiannon, do you want to pick out a sentiment? I also have the ones that are in the basket still, if you don't want to use any of those. It's so soft and pretty, right? This color?
None of these say goodnight.
Good night. You can go to bed. You don't have to stay up.
Oh, you know what would be kind of cool?
It's really small, though.
I know, but
we could. She found this background that was die cut from when we did the slimline shaker a few weeks ago. It's kind of the same colors. I don't really think I want to use a love, though.
No?
Nah. Why don't you get one of the Simon ones if you don't like any of those? I have a couple that are in there.
Hang on.
She's thinking, you guys.
Oh, it's all the same. That's sad.
Look at that. It makes that turquoise in the sparkle blends really pop. Right? Loving this. Okay. Let's add some more adhesive.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. I think I want it to open that way. Okay. We got happy birthday and thank you. I think that the thank you is just easier because of its size and lack of dots and such. What do you think? How about right here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right, so you put this back. I'm going to move this out of the way. We need some cardstock. Let's see. I think I want, thinking maybe purple for the thank you, and then maybe a pale turquoise for the shadow.
I'm getting sleepy.
Okay, you can go to bed.
Night.
Night. Love you. Thanks for your help.
Yep.
I think that that's really pretty like that. Let's do this. Do I have a pearlescent paper? Yes, but I'd have to go digging for it, and it might take a while. It might take a little while. And I don't want to make you guys wait while I'm digging for stuff, especially since the sidekick has left to go to bed. Turquoise, let's see. I might need to just make it. Let's not even play. Let's not even do this. Let's just make it like we did before. Right? Let's just make it. We have the technology. I'm just getting some scrap. Okay. I think let's go with Peacock Feathers. This will work. So again, I'm going to break out the brayer, okay? And this time I'm going to spray it with water. I'm going to spray it off camera just because I don't want to wet my surface area right now. So you'll have to just believe me. You've been hoarding Lawn Fawn's pearlescent paper? I can understand that. Okay, so you could see that it's got dots on it now. Look at how nice and fluid this is. Right? A little bit more. I tell you, I really am very happy with this brayer because it really moves ink around nicely. It coats really well. Okay. I should have probably used the ink potion number 9 because then my paper wouldn't have warped, but that's all right. It's okay. I'm just going to dry this. I like to use pearlescent vellum a lot. I use that as my shadow layers for my sentiments all the time. Okay, that's pretty good. And now I just need to cut these all out. So give me 1 second to just go over to my machine. And I will cut them all out at once. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to get the thank you to fit properly on here. Okay. One more. Okay, cutting, cutting, cutting. All right. We have our shadow layer. We have our U, and we have our thank. Okay. Probably should have run this through twice, but that's okay. Yeah, I definitely should have. Okay, this is coming out well. Pokey tool, pokey tool. Pokey tool has disappeared off the planet. Here it is. Okay, it's gonna go there. Look at how soft that is. It's so pretty. I just like to remove some of the excess. It makes it a little easier to get some of these bits out. I had this die going straight into the machine, and sometimes the machine doesn't like that. I should have turned it a little bit, but that's all right. We'll get it out. Eventually. I should just run it through again, right? Save us all this frustration. Okay. Marcy says that she's trying to use her hoarded paper more, but it's so hard. I know, it is hard. It's definitely hard. I have a hard time with it myself, but I've gotten better. I think I've gotten better. I'm just running this through again, if I can get it to line up properly. Nope, it's stretched out. Forget it. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna just cut it because I made it a little wiggly. You'll just have to bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. This is actually coming out okay. And it was all going so well. Okay, just a little bit more to cut. This is silly now. You know what? I'm not even going to bore you with this. We're going to just finish this part up, and I'm just going to do it again afterwards. And you guys already know what we're doing, so I don't need to show you that part, right? We'll be okay. Let me zoom in. Okay. Okay, let's do this part. This corner doesn't really have a whole lot happening as far as the stencil goes, so I'm going to just put it right there. And then you'll just have to believe that I'm going to fix this later after we're done. What do you guys think? So I'm going to remove this because you get the idea. 2 cards, you guys. I'm really happy with these. Oh, it's no problem, Lauren. You're so welcome. It's fine. It's only 20 after 9 here, so we're good. I'm gonna just have a snack like I usually do and watch some NCIS or something. These came out so pretty. I really love them both. And I'll have another infinity shaker on my blog tomorrow. The one I showed at the beginning of this, which I honestly have no idea where it is right now because there's stuff everywhere. Because that's what happens when Alison starts gel printing. It just blows up in here. So I'll get this finished off camera, and I'll have these